Look out across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. It's easy to wonder if those black depths hide the graveyard of humanity's greatest civilization. In 1926, a British author named James Churchward claimed to have the answer. He published an explosive book titled The Lost Continent of Mu. Churchward described a landmass of staggering scale. He claimed Mu stretched across the Pacific, running entirely from the islands of Hawaii all the way to the remote shores of Easter Island. According to his writings, this massive continent was a utopian paradise. It housed 64 million inhabitants who possessed a highly advanced understanding of both spirituality and physical science. Then, roughly 12,000 years ago, it was obliterated. Churchward described a violent cataclysm of fire and continuous earthquakes that completely destroyed the landmass in a single night. His proof for this extraordinary event rested on a set of highly secretive Nahal tablets. Churchward claimed a hidden temple priest revealed these ancient clay records to him while he was stationed in India. If an entire continent and tens of millions of people vanished overnight, it leaves physical and historical traces. To separate the actual evidence from an intoxicating fantasy, we have to forensically examine Churchward's claims. The investigation begins by looking away from Churchward, stepping back to the mid-19th century to find the actual, documented origin of the word Mu. Long before Churchward visited India, amateur archaeologist Augustus Le Plongeon was exploring Mesoamerican ruins, producing highly creative and deeply flawed interpretations of Mayan history. This is the Madrid Codex. Translating this grid of hieroglyphs, Le Plongeon made a severe linguistic error. He misread the glyphs, fabricating the name Mu for a submerged landmass, and linked this explicitly to Atlantis, arguing the Maya were survivors of that sunken empire. The name Mu was never an ancient Indian secret. It was a massive translation error made by a 19th century Mayan enthusiast. The foundational premise of Churchward's mythology was built on a typo. Churchward lifted Le Plongeon's linguistic mistake and expanded it to build his own massive, highly profitable Pacific mythology. Historical records show severe inconsistencies in his timeline. While Churchward claimed to be studying with a mystical Indian priest, documented evidence places his actual career as a tea planter in Sri Lanka. The lie evolved over time. In early 1924 newspaper articles, Churchward claimed a group of anonymous Buddhist scholars translated the mysterious tablets. By the time his book was published in 1926, the story had changed to feature a solitary, mystical rishi. Churchward's close friend, Percy Tate Griffith, addressed the Nahal tablets in an unpublished biography. Griffith documented a direct confession. Churchward admitted to him that the tablets never existed, calling his own core evidence, quote, pure fiction. Churchward weaponized a linguistic mistake, fabricated physical evidence, and packaged a global historical hoax designed specifically to sell books. Beyond the forged history, Churchward needed a mechanical explanation for how a continent vanishes. He proposed that Mu rested on hollow granite chambers filled with explosive gases, which collapsed inward to sink the landmass. This textbook page details the mechanics of plate tectonics, the mid-20th century scientific breakthrough that gives us the exact tools to debunk sunken continents. The Earth's crust has a dual structure. The continents are composed of thick, light rock rich in aluminum silicates, forming a block known as the Sial layer. Beneath the oceans lies a dense, heavy oceanic crust made of magnesium silicates, known as the Sima. Because the continental mass is significantly lighter, it floats buoyantly on top of the dense oceanic crust. Over millions of years, these continents drift horizontally across the Earth's surface. They physically cannot plunge downward into the denser rock below. Geologic science completely rules out the sudden disappearance of Mu. The Earth's crust acts as a solid anchor. A sunken supercontinent is a physical impossibility. The historical evidence is a proven forgery, and the geology violates the laws of physics. So why does the legend of Mu continue to thrive? The lost continent survives effortlessly in popular culture, tracking through the cosmic horror stories of H.P. Lovecraft all the way to modern Japanese anime and video games. It was also deeply absorbed into New Age spiritualism. Alongside Atlantis and Lemuria, Mu became a romanticized symbol of lost ancient cosmic wisdom. Mu survives because it transitioned from a physical location on a map into a psychological construct, an archetype we call the motherland. Churchward's books arrived during an era of unprecedented industrial growth and world war. For readers in that high-speed world, the myth provided a stabilizing counter-narrative. It offered the vision of a simplified utopian origin, a time when humanity was not fragmented by technology, but was instead unified and at peace with the cosmos. Mu is a preserved artifact of human imagination. Its enduring presence reveals a deep psychological need to find a stable, harmonious foundation for the human story.